Alright, hey guys, I know it's been a while since I've done a Buick update, but I figured I'd, make one show my progress. I've done, I've done a lot since the last video. I've done work on the engine, and I actually had a running turbo setup, but I took it all back apart, and, I had to fix my oil return right here, because I tried JB welding it into place, but it just kept cracking, so I took it off, took the pan off, welded it in, sealed it with JB weld, and then sealed it with gasket sealer, so I really hope it doesn't leak this time, but I guess we'll see when we get it back in the car. But that was the main reason I took it off, but during the time I had it off, I figured I might as well replace the head gasket with a better head gasket, and it has the head gasket has a small ring around the bore of each cylinder called fire ring, and it's a piece of wire that gets compressed, and it helps prevent blowout under really high pressure, like with when you have boost up. But I replaced the head gasket, replaced pretty much all the important gaskets, the oil pan gasket, the push rod cover gaskets, which are these. A lot of people don't know what those are because V8s don't have them. And then the valve cover gasket. I replaced the thermostat housing gaskets and all that a while ago, and I didn't take the water pump or the timing chain cover off, so I didn't really have to worry about that. Let's see, what else have I done? Might as well show you all the paint stuff. This is the manifolds together. It painted the Oppenhauser black. I originally wanted to scrape off or get the paint off at the top of the letters, but that turned out to be a pain in the butt, so I just figured I might as well just leave it like that. This is a 292 exhaust manifold, and it has a larger outlet. This is 2.5 inches, and the stock is 2 1/4. So that's just better for a higher performance application. I painted all this with high heat. Not that it really matters. But I have that outlet. I fabricated an up pipe for it, and I just got done painting it, yeehaw. But I bought a flange for it, and then it's this up pipe goes to a T4 flange for the turbo, which is the T4 flange right there. And then I have a wastegate pipe coming off of it. Right now it's set to 15. I'm probably going to change that to 8 just to be safe. But the way that angle is, the exhaust gas comes down, and then the pipe comes off parallel with the exhaust gas. So hopefully that was a good design. But the best part about designing this pipe was the fact that these weren't parallel to each other, so I had to do a lot of well, I don't really know how to describe them. They're not on the same plane, I guess, but I had to do a lot of cutting and refitting and retesting and all that. So once I got that done, I just cleaned up and painted my alternators to make it match the engine. There's all the intake piping, turbo. This is what I'm running on it. It's a 500 CFM Holley 2-barrel. And I had to adapt it for a 4-barrel, just because it's I don't think they make a 2-barrel manifold for a high performance 2-barrel manifold for this engine. That's the clutch and flywheel. The clutch and the pressure plate I replaced about 3,000 miles ago. I also got my flywheel resurfaced. That's why it has that nice shine to it. But and then the other things that I've replaced are, or not replaced, but painted, are the fan. What would you call that? The fan mount, I guess, something like that. The fan pulley, yeah, fan pulley. And just painted up a couple other parts. These are 2 spacers to get the turbo in the right place so it doesn't hit any manifolds or steering linkages or anything. Painted the motor mounts, the throwout arm for the or the arm for the throwout bearing. That's a starter mount. And then some I thought that looked particularly good was the bell housing. Painted that last night. And if you could see it without all the sun in the way. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm currently trying to work out a fuel pump problem because the stock fuel pump I had does not work because I got a fuel pressure in an inline fuel pressure gauge going to my carb, and it tells me that the mechanical fuel pump is only making like probably 3 or 4 psi, and that's a problem because once you get into boost and you get up anywhere past 4 psi, the air pressure will actually fight the fuel pressure, and if your air pressure is greater than your fuel pressure, it will actually drive back the fuel into your lines. So I'm working on finding out I'm working on designing a new fuel system with a higher pressure EFI pump and a carb regulator, or a carb level fuel regulator, fuel pressure regulator, because right, I'd like to have fuel when I get into boost. That's always a plus. So, and I also, man, it really has been a while. I got a 4-speed. I got a 4-speed Saginaw with for my birthday, because I wanted to replace my 3-speed. Now the thing is, these cases, since they're both Saginaws, Saginaws and Muncies are almost the exact same. The only difference is Muncies are made of aluminum and Saginaws are made of cast iron. But the other thing is, a Saginaw 4-speed has an extra lever right there, I think, and it controls your 4th gear. No, it controls your reverse. But these have 2 positions, forward and back, and 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 that gives you reverse first and second, third. But on this 4-speed, it has the other ear, which will yeah, it has the other ear right there. And so this would be first, second, and this would be third, fourth, and then pull that to be reverse. But I'm going to end up putting the 3-speed on for now because I just don't want to jack with a new transmission and getting the engine running right. So, but other than that, that's about it. Right now I'm just trying to reassemble everything, and God, that sun is killing me. Right now I'm just trying to reassemble everything and get it running back the way it should and back in the car. Dang, I wanted to paint the starter too, but I forgot. Oh well. So yeah, that's about it for now. I also, when I took out the the valve train besides the cam, I actually mixed up 4 of the lifters, and you can see those. Well, they're somewhere on the floor, but I ended up having to buy 4 new lifters, and I just put them in the old slots, and now that shouldn't really be a big deal, just considering it's a low mileage engine, and they're only lifters, not like I had to get a new cam or anything. But other than that, it's going pretty well. Once I get the engine back in the car, I'll show you everything running. But other than that, thanks guys.